Greetings from the dark side of Phobos. I'm Syfe, and here we are with the release/update of Chaos Lite. So I'm gonna just go over a few things that have changed with whatever is contained in this package now, which also now includes CCH, Colorful Complex Hell. So let's get started by going through the menu. I technically have gone through the menu before, but I'll just do it again quickly. So our options, okay, the Chaos Lite options, it's a little bit light in terms of what it does, but pretty much it's these two options. The second option doesn't really matter what we set it to right now, because reasons. So the first option swaps weapon spawner types on the map for more of a challenge. There are 5 options. Default just gives you the default options for spawning. No legendary, doesn't spawn any legendary weapons or above. No nemesis, obviously no nemesis weapons. Legendary and enraged weapons spawn. Then you have no random, only basic weapons spawn where they're supposed to. And Super Shuffle. Super Shuffle basically has a large list, and whatever's in that list will spawn. It's not all the weapons, but it's a fair amount of said weapons for more of a true randomizer. You can see a video on that in either the end box or the description. Plasma handgun operation. There's 3 options for this. Standard, you burn a shot, or burn a cell for every shot, and required to reload. Charge shots take 5. Recharge, your classic, okay, I actually have them all. Your classic recharge pistol with charge fire, which takes 10 shots and reloads it every shot. You have your unlimited pistol after that, which you just can fire off or change the charge. Fire off a few shots, costing 5 each. Or you have... Huh, I didn't even know that was a thing. I might have to include that in take inventory. Anyway, getting towards the monsters now. I'm gonna start with Chaos Lite and work my way down. Alright, so we're gonna start with the Stator. Not really that impressive of a monster, but we'll just start here anyway. So the Stator, slightly faster. Has a chance to lunge with either arm, although prefers to use the standard lunge for some reason. It's a 50-50. There you go. Just kind of an option. Shadow Stator. Slightly faster as well. Sprites are recolored slightly. You may have to touch up his horns a little bit. But also can lunge with either arm. Okay, I'm gonna get further away from him so he thinks of using his projectiles. No, lose interest in trying to lunge, or, yeah, there you go. Come on. Yeah, so he'll fire 4 projectiles, swapping arms, instead of the 3 using the 1 arm. Alright, Mundane Soldier number 2. Not really much has changed with this guy. You can actually see his firing thing. He actually drops a proper weapon instead of a randomized thing if you set your thing to something. Yeah, in other words, his drops were fixed. Next we have the Shadow Annihilator Imp. Sprites were slightly recolored. Not to confuse it with the Insanity Annihilator, which is a lighter gray. Fires D-Tech, like normal. Fires his railgun. 50% chance of firing second railgun. Stop shooting me with normal D-Tech. Thank you. He also now fires phase D-Tech, in addition to his normal array of assortments instead of the standard shadow attacks. Okay, I'm going to switch back to the infinite pistol for this, which I should have been using in the first place. Alright, Withered Knight. Sprites recolored. Axes are a lot faster now. Especially the red axe, wow, that would... Still sucks at seeking. Probably have to give it a still larger cone of rotation. Alright. Spiritum is next. He's not much of a threat unless you get really close to him. He no longer overdrops. Okay, slightly depending on how much he actually drops. But yeah, I kind of fix his drops. Alright, next up is these 8. I realize I changed locations, but in order to summon them all in one spot and keep them apart from one another, well, from the next demonstration at least. So, most of them received recolorings, mostly because I had more palettes available to me and recolors were available. Others were just... Okay, she's blinking. I should fix that. I know what's wrong. It's just... I didn't notice that it was a thing. Anyway. It's just easier to go through these like this. Ice Succubus. Sprites recolored. Poison Ivy, more purple tones. Sprites recolored. Pyro Succubus. Attacks were just reworked. Plain Succubus, recolored. Do note I am gonna have to fix these sprites again. Thunderwing, recolored. Shadow, recolored. So colors are more consistent and doesn't look like really weird. Legendary recolored, and Shadow Legendary recolored. With that initial thing out of the way, I can get to what else has changed. Ow. The Ice Succubus has different projectiles. Just for the basics, I mean. The Shadow Succubus now has a limit on how much you can summon minions. If you want to summon your minions, if you please. And stop hitting me. That'd be nice. I mean, I've already taken enough damage from other sources. Please. Ow. Oh, come on, don't be like this. So yeah, her condition is she just wants to kill you. She doesn't care about summoning minions. And it doesn't matter if you're behind a box or not. She'll just continue throwing projectiles at you. Oh, there she goes. Yeah, so the summoning time has been reduced, mostly for streamlining the invulnerability periods that she gets. Also, killing any of her minions actually gives her back her tokens so she can summon more. Alright. She now gains a specific Shadow Fire attack, which looks really awesome. Ow. And her projectiles still hurt like... Okay, they don't hurt as much as other things, but they... I'm just trying to... Railgun. I mean, if she gets a lucky shot off, yeah, you're gonna die. That fire is still pretty deadly. Ow, ow. This... Ouch. Right. Side effect of her getting pained is she revives. But only if it's a valid dead body. There are random corpses in this field, so... Where's her health at? Oh, come on. I was about to say that when she does get to lower health, she does get more aggressive when it comes to reviving enemies. So, yeah, I guess I'll be back. Alright, our next contender on this is the legendary avatar. Okay, wake up. I touched up the colors on his sprites a little bit. They still might need more work. And, missing sounds. He'll only use his red lightning attack now at really close range. 325 units. I set it to. But, okay, why is he blinking? Did I seriously? No, I made sure I put everything in there. Hold on. How did I might actually have to check something. Alright, moving on. We have the last and new addition, Shadow Orin. She is a part of the disabled Tohu option. So, yeah. She'll just stand there. Every so often, she'll strike a pose for no reason. Nobody knows why. And then I have to already admit that the song that is going to play for her once we start this battle is not her actual theme. I'm just using a replacement for this video. Okay, and most likely future videos, but you can find the, okay, she just needs a little... Did she open the door? In stage 1, she has multiple stages. She has 5 attacks. The standard shadow attack, spread fire attack. Also, each attack has 50% chance of re-triggering, so she can just fire as many projectiles as she wants out of the one state. She has humming skulls of death, comets, which are devastating. They do have a delay. And she has a back-off lightning. Something that the Shadow Legendary SyfeKS also shares. But hers is triggers 3 times in a row by default. Ooh. Ooh. Pretty much they're the same as the red lightning. And if you whittle her health down, it should be easier to fight her in this arena and show off everything. Alright, phase 2, her attacks become more aggressive. She also starts summoning her minions. I'm going to turn no target off. Yeah, these are former miniature cacos of the Lost Soul variety. Although they're now downgraded to her minions. For some reason they take damage from her for some reason. Despite being her minions. Ow. I'm gonna resurrect. And... same rules apply to the minions of hers. They will resupply her with more tokens every time they die. Or any form of their death, by the way. Oops, wrong weapon. Oof. So if you freeze them to death, she just gets a token back. Keeps summoning the wrong weapon. I'll talk about that one later. She's more susceptible to a pain state than other... although she does have more health to compensate and will escape, or has a chance to escape. She just likes teleporting. Also, she becomes immune to damage in... Alright. Where did she go? Oh, down the hallway. I want to trigger phase 3, please. Also, her lightning attacks do get more aggressive. I wonder if I can... ouch. Yeah, Yeah, I would have been dead. Okay, stop summoning. So yeah, they become the 5 beam instead of 3. Alright, she's now in phase 3. Ow. Virtually, she's really pissed off now, and I wasn't expecting her to do that yet. But pretty much... her attacks also change up a little bit. Instead of the Shadow Balls, she gets the Shadow Flame, which deals a little bit more damage, a little bit faster. What she just did there was a... I forgot what I called it exactly, but... if she's near any corpses, she'll revive them. Unfortunately, these are fake corpses, so none of that actually applies. Yeah. More... She also summons faster, to go through her tokens faster. Oof. She's only immune when she summons or teleports, so... I don't think... No, I didn't give her the immunity when she decides to revive stuff. Okay, I gotta stop dying. Actually, next thing is this anyway. So I reworked this. The muzzle needs a little bit of work because there's 2 dots that constantly blink on it. So one major change so far is... Is it not? Oh, there. Yeah, okay. Generally, reloading it doesn't give me the invisibility effect. Reloading an empty clip will actually put me in invisible state. Another change is... One moment. It will no longer share ammunition with the Demon Tech Rifle. Well, it shares the same base ammo, but it doesn't share the same clip anymore. So you're now reloading 2 independent weapons. The magazine was reduced from 60 to 50. Put it on line with the legendary plasmatic rifle. And its projectile damage was lowered. I'll summon a Phase Lord. Phase Noble? No? Phase Cyber Noble. Oh. Because I'm attempting to use it as a class, not a... I don't even know what it is. Anyway, the CCH version does not drop as much anymore. I can't summon it, so I can't really show it. But I can move on to the next one, which is the Shadow Phase Imp. Okay, he didn't last long. Let me try again. Alright, so big thing is, he has a reduction in health. He has altered sprites to make him look different from the regular Phase Imp. His ghosting effects were removed, because I don't know why that was a thing. His attacks were reworked. Anyway, moving on. The next target on our rework list is the Roshan Shadow, who got slightly more aggressive as a dangerous holy missile attack, which... Okay, I don't know if I was at full health when he hit me with it, but pretty much deals 1/5 of what the avatar hits you with one. And that one does a lot of damage itself, so... It's like getting hit by a legendary weapon. The def effects are also more keen to the actual Doom Shadow. And his health was increased. So basically I took a health from one monster and moved it to the other monster, and just like... Alright, next we have the Dark Imp, or the Red Imp. Most of his change is the enraged stuff has been removed from him. So he no longer refers to anything enraged. And he no longer goes immune for his laser attack. He gains pain immunity, just in case you can't kill him fast enough. But he doesn't go immune. I can't do anything about the Blue Cassar C because not much has changed, and pretty much he just explodes with less volume. Next up is the Infected Hunter. His health was increased with a removal of his damage factor, which basically just gave him the amount of health I gave him. His drop table was adjusted. He now takes breaks from firing his weapon. His railgun now has a charge. His sounds have also been changed to avoid confusion with other monsters that he shares a sprite likeness of. And yeah, he just hurt himself. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn that off. Oh well. Moving on. Well, not really, because the next one would have been the Infection Fiend. It's just slightly faster and the drops were reduced. I'm still kind of working on that. I have nothing planned for this update so far. Next up, we have the Face Tormentor. Come on, wake up. Oh, don't tell me you don't have a pain state. Okay, yes you do. Yes, I can't die, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to keep floating back over here every time I do. So pretty much his change is he is less likely to drop stuff. In other words, I nerfed his drop tables. His attack odds were slightly adjusted, although you can't really see it. He no longer makes a pistol sound when he casts his dark matter attack, which was just hilarious, mind you, and was brought to my attention by Dusted. He now only spawns one. Ouch. Phase elemental at a time. Ouch. Instead of 4 at a time for some reason. Yeah, I get that you want him to spam things, but there's such things as limits. Speaking of which, he has a 2-token limit. Mostly because the phase elementals spawn a lot of, like, souls. And again, killing them in any way will return tokens to the Face Tormentor, so he can summon more. So if I go around and, like, freeze this thing to death, the tokens were just returned to the Face Tormentor. That's useless. Although the point of freezing the phase elementals was so they didn't spawn more lost souls. Okay, next up would have been the Hellfire Lord. His drops are slightly adjusted, and he no longer refers to anything enraged. There's a theme going on here. Things will no longer refer to enraged items directly. Alright, so the next thing up is the Poe twins, which pretty much spawn on top of one another, unless they can't. Like, it does a height check, so as long as there's 100 units above the center of this Shadow Cacodemon, okay, maybe the floor. 100 units above the floor? I don't even know where the thing starts because there's no height given. Or maybe it's here. Anyway, it checks for 100 units above. If it can't summon, it just summons another Cacodemon variant. I'm gonna Nemesis. No, I can't. Moving on. Next we have the Frozen Knight. Pretty much not much has changed about him, and unfortunately this is a thing still, and... Okay, can I get out of here? Please stop that. Pretty much his drops were just changed. That's about it. Also, he no longer goes invulnerable. He's no longer immune to death, damage, whatever, when he spams his comments. Why was that even a thing? Alright, next up is the Fallen Archangel. I said that wrong, but I'm going to stick with what I just said. He does have a new song, it's just not in this, and most likely will not be in any of my videos, because... reasons? But pretty much he no longer has the smoke around him, allowing you to see what color he is at all times. With the other colored smoke, you couldn't see what color he was firing you at with. Okay, can you change colors, please? Why aren't you changing colors? Okay. Yeah, he still spawns smoke if he changes colors. He also got a little bit of a health upgrade because his damage factor was nerfed horribly. In other words, if I was to, for example, hit him with... Okay, yes, stop that. You're firing at me with a really high projectile thing. if I haven't mentioned, phase rifle projectiles are like higher for enemies that use them, which also includes the phase lord thing. Okay, he's not taking as much damage as I thought he would be. Okay, you're obnoxious, die. And his drops were nerfed to what color he dies as. Moving on. Which brings us to our final entry. Well, final entry, in case I haven't forgot anything. I don't think I have. There's just a lot of, like, cleanups in here. But that's about it. Yeah, he also no longer summons the colored smoke. Although he does have smoke, it's just not obnoxious colored smoke. Yeah, the colored smoke is a bit much before. He also got a health upgrade to more complement his damage factor nerf. Although he gained a lot less health. Mostly because you could do, like, 2-shot him with a Devastator. Okay, 3-shot, but... Oh, right, he's immune to... Okay, that's also Rune, so it's a 4-shot with Devastator. Also, his drops are limited to based on what color he dies as. So keep that in mind. I think that's everything. Again, if I missed anything, I probably will mention it below. The links to the songs I used, or the actual songs, will also be in the description. And the link for this should also be in the description. If it's not, and this video is up, I would be probably fixing something, and that would be in a comment below. If there's any issues you find with this, you can also comment below on that. So, with that, I'm gonna end this, so tune in again for more.